The military is not supposed to take up arms against American citizens, period.
They're not. You keep saying that. This is about illegal immigration. You all keep saying American citizens.
Well, how do we know whether the people are illegal or not?
Well, when
we know after they're shot.
We have 1.6.
We know after they die.
We have 1.6 million people in this country who've already received deportation orders from courts. They are here illegally.
No, it's always back to illegal immigration with people who support Donald Trump. It's always back to illegal immigration. But that's not the only thing that we're talking about here. We're talking about the American people. We're talking about taking up arms against them. With a military that's supposed to be protecting them.
This is not right. You cannot say Donald Trump is sending the military to round up.
That's what he said.
That is what he is saying, Scott.
That's not what I'm saying.
Totally false.
He said that.
Totally false.
That's what he said.
Scott, Trump.
We were in the fever swamps, Abby. I'm sorry.
What is your dispute here? I'm not even really
because they're saying that he's sending the military to shoot or round up American citizens. Not
we did
true.
not say shoot. I think
people,
the issue.
Scott.
The issue.
You said he just said take up arms.
I said
Scott, why are you acting like
actually? Let me ask
Elliot here. I mean,
look, I did say take up arms because when you send the army in, that's what they're there for.
I honestly don't care. I just want Democrats to stop acting like they are on this moral high ground politically when they have shown us they're not. You know, whether it's skipping the primary process when Biden stepped down and things like Biden pardoning his son. Stop acting like y'all the pure party and Republicans aren't. And it also shows me elected officials can do whatever they want as long as they have the political will and courage to do it.
Based. Cenk, back to you.
As usual, I agree with my brother Charlamagne. So it's one thing to do the wrong thing. It's another thing to be self-righteous about it. And that's what's really annoying and gets under people's skin, right?
I don't know if you've seen this video. They sat down with this guy, Charlamagne. They never expected this. For a very long time now, after the election, Charlamagne the devil is going off on Democrat, partaking to their lies, their terror every single day. When you take a look at this video, Whoopi Goldberg freaked out on Charlamagne after he says Biden lied about pardoning Hunter. This is something we all know, but the view will never acknowledge anything like that. They know that this is wrong, but they'll never call it out. This guy said it. I don't understand why these people do this every time. It is like Democrats are always right. Even Biden kick someone on the street, the view will defend that. They will say it's a good act. Why should you call yourself a journalist? I'm doing this every single day. It is insane to see these people lie every time.
Let me ask you something that's going around right now. A lot of this conversation about President Biden getting criticized from both sides of the aisle for pardoning his son Hunter after repeatedly saying he would never do it. And a lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, etc., as if the other side doesn't do it. But what's your reaction to it?
I mean, I think all of the criticism is valid because, you know, Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time. And, you know, they act so self-righteous. The reality is he didn't have to say anything in regards to, you know, whether or not, you know, his son wanted to be pardoned. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. But since they were calling Trump a threat to democracy and they were saying that, you know, nobody's above the law, but they were speaking about him, that's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like, oh, you know, nobody's above the law, I respect, you know, the jury's decision in regards to my son, he didn't believe that. But he didn't have to volunteer that lie to begin with.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
Uh-oh.
Only because
Whoopi had to stop him. I'm going to show you the continuation of the video. What he said here was nothing but the truth. Just say you don't know what to do at this moment. The White House press secretary lied all through, every single day. We did the compilations of lies. Even the mainstream media picked that up, you know, every single day. When Biden came out now to say, oh, I'm pardoning Hunter, these same people had to spin their language. They felt ashamed, but the View still continued to spew the lies. For them to say, oh, what Biden did was wrong, why should he continue to lie throughout? And this is one of the reasons people don't like politicians. They believe they lie a lot. When things like this are happening, tell me how people will even trust a politician.
I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over.
this is just my feeling, because at some point you get to the place where you just go, so I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that go out. They're the ones that go out there and they stand on this moral high ground. Listen, they don't have to do that.
I'm a Democrat. Tell me what the moral high ground is.
The moral high ground is nobody's above the law. I respect what the jurors are saying. He don't have to do that.
So we're mad at him because he changed his.
Oh no! By the way, I'm not mad at him pardoning Hunter Biden.
But you sound like you're.
No.
If I can get in on this, I actually think it went further, and this is one thing we really disagree on. Joe Biden made a point of saying we stand by our institutions and the impartiality of the Department of Justice.
Yes.
Democrats ran on that. This same DOJ indicted Hunter Biden. We shouldn't be saying it's corrupt like Donald Trump does, but then in his statement pardoning Hunter Biden, he says that it was a political pursuit by his own Department of Justice.
Can you explain to me why it is that when Joe Biden does something, everybody clutches their pearls? He's wrong.
Nobody
he lied.
Criticized Donald Trump more than me or Charlamagne.
I'm sorry. Yeah, people have criticized him more. I've criticized him more. We've all criticized him more. But you're missing my question. Okay. My question is, what is it that makes people flip out with Joe, but we don't have the same kind of thing?
Well, I don't think people are flipping.
This woman is a liar. Whoopi Goldberg is lying. I remember the day Biden did that. Whoopi Goldberg stood here and defended the man and appreciated him for doing that. They even started advocating that Biden should pardon Hunter before that day. Alisa sitting here stood up and said, why will Biden continue to lie to people, for a very long time? They even used that to campaign. After the election defeat, suddenly he changed his mind. Some also was not happy with that. They blow up on Alisa. Now, they are sitting here, still struggling to defend it. I like the way Charlamagne is behaving here. He's saying it the way it is. It is crazy. Democrats have reached a certain point.
But when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be objective about anything.
That's why I'm an independent.
Yes, but I think that's the best way to go. But that's not a monolith. We're not, Democrats are not a monolith.
But why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say when Republicans are wrong?
I'll tell you when Democrats are wrong.
So you don't think Joe Biden is wrong?
No, I don't. And can I just point this out to you? The president has a pardon power, right?
I didn't say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg. I would never. I said that. I just think that.
Think about it. Think about it this way. Just very quickly. Can you reframe it in this way and think about it maybe in this way? The president has the ultimate pardon power. Every president has done this, right? Yeah. And so what people are saying is that Joe Biden is now a liar, as opposed to Joe Biden is someone who now knows that the person that is going to be in the White House is on a revenge tour and his son is on an enemies list. And so he is using his rightful power, his rightful political power, to pardon his son. Now, is that a lie, or is that perhaps being pragmatic, having a change of opinion, as opposed to the president-elect who has lied almost 40,000 times during his first term?
Well, I can't say what it is because I'm not in
the moral high ground. Like, what's the faux outrage?
Neither one of them have the moral high ground. That's what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. But when you are a diehard Democrat or a diehard Republican, you refuse to be objective about the other party. Like, it's like we're watching them do something wrong, but we're making excuses for it.
That is actually what is happening. People will see the truth because they support this candidate. They will not call that out. It is important for you to stand up. If your candidate is doing something and you see it to be wrong, call it out. Say it the way it is. Don't continue to, to defend it. Like they do here on The View. Anything Democrat candidate, they are always right. They're never wrong. I want to see a segment where Whoopi Goldberg call out Biden or any person that is a Democrat. I've never seen. But every day we see, they call it out Trump, this. We see that every single day. It is important for these people to change.
Faith in the rule of law. Finally, Democrats have a moral perch. from which they can judge without shame, hypocrisy, or nuance.
Have a nice Sunday.
Doing this. That's what she did.
NBC News can now project that Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin, which means he is the winner of this race and will return to the White House.
And Donald Trump will be our next president.
Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
CNN projects that Donald Trump has been elected president, defeating Vice President Kamala Harris and making a political comeback unlike any in modern American politics.
You know what? Donald Trump likes my music.
Please register to vote.
Look at this. She's only up by 15 points.
Caught Taylor Swift.
Why haven't they done it? They broke the border.
I had a good call with Donald Trump last night again. Trudeau is at the end of his time.